Hello everyone, and welcome to this explanator based on the excellent guide from Onjob Training Academy. Often, we view a daughter's education merely as a pathway to a job or earning a basic income. But today, I invite you to completely reframe that mindset. We are going to explore how education is in fact the ultimate armor. Let's dive right in. To ensure our session today is highly effective, here is our roadmap. We will systematically cover 6 key modules: education as a shield, legal literacy and awareness, financial and digital safety, the courage to speak, long-term societal impact, and finally, investing in lifelong protection.
Module 1, Education as a Shield. You see, education does so much more than simply impart textbook knowledge. It actually acts as a robust, lifelong shield. It forms a literal barrier against exploitation, harassment, and even sophisticated financial fraud. Surprisingly, many young girls suffer not from a lack of strength, but simply because they do not know their rights. Education steps in as that absolutely indispensable protective armor.
As the saying goes, an educated daughter is aware, alert, and informed. And why does this matter? Because this crucial awareness prevents silent suffering. She fundamentally understands the difference between, say, a casual comment and workplace harassment. She knows when something is wrong, and she possesses the absolute clarity to reject it.
Moving on to Module 2, Legal Literacy and Awareness.
Legal literacy is essentially the very first layer of defensive armor in the real world. We are talking about essential legal protections in India, like the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act, the POSH Act for Workplace Safety, the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act, and the Fundamental Right to Education and Equality. Knowing these laws isn't just for passing exams. It is highly practical. Defensive power.
Let's look at a practical scenario. Take Ria, a college student who, unfortunately, faced inappropriate comments from a teacher. Now, an uneducated response often leads to silent suffering out of sheer fear. But because Ria was educated, she immediately recognized the violation. Instead of shrinking back, she utilized her college's internal complaint system. Her education literally gave her the courage to protect herself actively.
And this awareness extends way beyond just protecting oneself. Take 16-year-old Asha. In her 10th standard, she learned that child marriage is completely illegal. So when she discovered her friend was being forced into a marriage, she didn't just sit by. She enacted a very clear action plan. She informed her teacher, contacted the child helpline, and successfully helped stop the forced marriage. That is legal literacy in action.
This brings us to Module 3, Financial and Digital Safety.
In our contemporary environment, threats aren't just physical anymore. They are highly sophisticated, and they live right on our digital devices. We are talking about online fraud, those enticing double money schemes, cyberbullying, fake job offers, and identity theft. Interestingly, even highly educated individuals can fall for these scams without specific digital literacy. An educated daughter is taught modern defenses. She understands online privacy and securing personal data. Digital literacy is an absolutely mandatory shield today. The golden rule here is simple. Questioning and verifying prevents critical losses. For instance, when Pooja received this really attractive job offer that required an upfront payment, she didn't blindly pay it out of desperation. She took a step back, actively verified the company's website, and checked online reviews. Recognizing it as a fake offer, she protected her hard-earned finances. Her education was her safeguard.
Module 4, The Courage to Speak.
You know, protection isn't just about knowing the rules. It is fundamentally about possessing the psychological armor of confidence. Silence allows injustice to grow. Without education, a lack of financial independence can literally trap women, forcing them to tolerate harmful situations because they feel they have no alternatives. Conversely, education creates earning ability, and economic strength directly translates into the ultimate freedom, the ability to walk away from abuse and support oneself safely.
And this brings us to a vital component, what we call the parental support shield. Parents, open dialogue is simply non-negotiable. Consider a middle-class father who proactively discussed safety precautions, emergency contacts, and legal rights with his daughter. He built immense trust through constant, open communication. Because of this groundwork, when she later faced workplace harassment, she didn't panic. She handled it properly and legally. Parental support, combined with education, is an unbeatable defense.
Module 5, Long-Term Societal Impact.
So what are the broader ripple effects of empowering just one daughter? Well, the protective reach of education is never isolated. When a daughter is educated, yes, she first protects herself,
But then, that shield extends outward. She protects her family from scams, and as we saw with Asha earlier, she fiercely guards her friends against exploitation. It creates this incredible domino effect of safety across her entire community.
Ultimately, education creates an aware citizen and a profoundly safer society. Think about it. An educated daughter cannot be easily misled or exploited against her will. She fundamentally understands her legal options and basic rights. By building this self-defense awareness and alertness, she becomes a sturdy pillar of strength, directly contributing to a more just society for everyone.
Finally, Module 6, Invest in Lifelong Protection.
This brings us to the most important takeaway of our explainer today. We really must ask ourselves, are we investing merely in academic success, or are we investing in safety, dignity, and lifelong protection? Education is not just about securing high marks or a prestigious salary. It is an investment in building immense resilience and financial independence. It gives the daughter the supreme power to stand strong in any situation.
To truly equip your daughters with this complete armor, simply scan the QR code or access the link in the explainer description to buy the comprehensive ebook, Why and How Education is One of the Best Gifts to Daughters for Lifetime Access. Thank you so much for joining me today. But before we part, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. If education is truly the most unbreakable shield a woman can carry into the real world, isn't it time we stopped treating it as an option and started treating it as her fundamental armor?